Hey Tauruses, hope that you're all doing well. Sorry, my puppy is eating behind me, so you might hear her a little bit. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Thank you for stopping in, and if you're one of my incredible subscribers, thank you for being here. If you're not one, go ahead, hit the button. It's just below the video, it's free. Get your energy flowing throughout the channel. I want to thank you guys so much for your support. It means everything. Please note that these are general messages, so they won't resonate for everyone. Just take what does, leave the rest. If none of it resonates, it just means it's not your message this time, okay? Don't try and make it fit. Also, don't be afraid of the messages that come out. Everybody's got free will. Energy changes like that, so there's never anything is permanent, okay? Even in death, we still carry on. So I just want you to know that. Also, this could be something that's already happened, could be something that's happening now, or could be something that happens in the future. So please keep an open mind when coming into the readings, all right? You can also check your Moon, Rising, and Venus placements and watch the videos for those if these messages don't resonate for you. Look at you, staying busy with your finances and career, keeping focused possibly. Maybe planning for a big wedding, or maybe you don't know this, but somebody might be planning a wedding with you. I feel like there's a lot of busyness. It's going to be happening in the next little while for you. Some of you might be going back to work, okay, after the pandemic. And I feel like you might need to take care of yourself, or a little extra care of yourself, because I feel like some of you might be a little tired or a little anxious once you get back into the workforce here, and rightly so. I mean, if you've been working from home for a good while, could be a little bit, yeesh, could be a little crappy being out there again. Whoops. Nice. Nice. Okay. Some of you might be dealing as well with somebody who's already married. But let's get into it. What do we got for finances and career? Please, spirits. Tower. Yeah, that's the thing. There's something here about maybe even an ending. It's possible. It's possible. Doesn't have to be. If anything, maybe it has something to do with health. Maybe someone has a sudden onset of symptoms or complications, maybe even got an infection, or maybe there's an accident of some sort, so please be careful, or something to do with a confrontation maybe. Also, watch out for anything like in terms of migraines, and also keep a good eye, please, if you can, on your blood pressure. All right. It also speaks to emotional situations, and this is what I'm getting. Yeah, something to do with work, emotional issues, maybe stuffing a lot of stress. Okay, be careful with that, because that could be affecting your health at this time, which of course will affect a relationship, right? And you might get a lot of migraines too if you're on the computer a lot, so maybe we might want to minimize a little bit of screen time, and that's just, you know, to protect yourself so that you can give your eyes a rest so that they're not so strained. All right, it's important to really take good care of you. Now, when it comes to the Tower in regards to a love situation, if you're in a relationship, it can be an unfortunate omen, unfortunately, because it can represent breakups or separation or divorce. It can also represent that maybe you or your partner are going through some difficult trauma at this point, and it may push the relationship to its absolute limits, all right? But it's about being there for each other in this moment and maintaining open and honest communication. Because if the relationship survives this upheaval, this card tells you that the relationship will have changed significantly, okay? And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because it represents false beliefs or false foundations, okay? Maybe this is just somebody coming out of a marriage that you're dealing with, okay? But the relationship will come out completely changed, but with a more solid and honest foundation, which is really good. But getting to that point may be one of the most difficult things that you're going to go through as a couple, okay? If you're single, maybe you'll find that you suddenly have to face an uncomfortable revelation about why you're single. Perhaps it can speak to ego or arrogance, or maybe this is a person that you're dealing with that's been getting in the way of forming a healthy relationship. It could indicate chaotic or a destructive event of some sort is going to break down a thought pattern, right? And even though it may not be a pleasant experience, it's always good because it teaches us humility and to improve our chances of a happy and healthy relationship in the future. It's one of those scenarios where it's like, okay, you know, after the rain, there comes the rainbow and the sunshine, right? And we all go through this. It's the way that we transform. So there's that, and I'm reading this as your energy, but of course it can be vice versa. So let's go to person 2, where we've got wedding. The situation involves marriage. See what's going on. Okay. Something to do, unfortunately, with player energy. I say that because the Knight of Wands could be a fire sign, could be a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, doesn't have to be. But the Knight of Wands in reverse is known as the player of the deck, okay? So unfortunately, some of you may have been dealing with someone who is a little bit arrogant or reckless. They could be a little bit of a daredevil or a little overly confident, maybe loud, a bit of a show-off. They lack self-discipline and they lack control, if you will. They may lack ambition or enthusiasm or purpose. Maybe they have a chip on their shoulder. They could be jealous or a little volatile or extremely aggressive. Okay. Also domineering. Maybe they don't finish what they start. So if you were in a relationship with this person, it can indicate that you may have been with somebody who embodies all of those things that I just said, or perhaps you're displaying some of those characteristics yourself, okay? Again, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just passing on what the cards mean and whatnot else, okay? Maybe this has nothing to do with you and your partner. This could be even something in your environment or some other people that you're dealing with, say friends or whatever. So if this does represent your partner, though, beware, because it can signify somebody who might be a little bit abusive, right? That could be emotionally or psychologically, a little bit jealous, and they could even be very aggressive. So always remember too that it represents a bad boy or girl, for that matter, or masculine, feminine energy, or a womanizer or a cheat or someone who's reckless, okay? So this person may need to mature somewhat before they're ready to be in a serious relationship. It can also indicate that maybe it's just a matter of your partner's lacking enthusiasm and may not be putting in the effort to the connection. Or maybe they're not being proactive in trying to make it a success. So there's that to keep in mind too. Like maybe if you're looking for a relationship that's going to go a long way, like towards marriage, maybe this person just isn't ready yet. And maybe that's not what you want. So if you're single, it can indicate maybe that you're going to meet somebody who is any of what I just said. And basically, if it's someone that you're interested in, be careful, because they might be a little volatile, and be mindful of your personal safety when going out on dates, okay? Make sure you take proper precautions. You know, just let someone know where you're at. Say if you're going on dates with anybody online, especially if you're meeting people online. It can also represent one-night stands. So if that's not what you're looking for, be sure to stick to your principles and maintain your standards, okay? Because there's a lot of these types out there that are just out for like a wham bam, thank you, whoever. So the situation here, I have retreat. Let's get another card here, please, for Tauruses. What is this retreat? So interestingly, this does speak to work as well, right? Because it is Pentacles. Maybe some of you are going to meet somebody new at work, because also you have new love landing here on the table. So that's for some of you. But the situation as is with this Three of Pentacles when it comes to love is that if you're in the relationship, it shows that you're committed and you're putting in the effort, or both are trying to make things work. And that if there have been issues, it might be an idea to maybe seek the help of a relationship counselor, maybe to overcome them. All right. It's all about growing and learning about each other. So if it's relatively new, it could just even represent a time where you're learning about each other and figuring out how to share your lives with each other. And that can be very stressful too, right? This could even be the period after a marriage or after moving in together. And it's just like, oh my gosh, what happened to the honeymoon, right? Everything was so good. But it's signifying that things are getting better, okay? And if you're single, it can indicate that somebody you like has noticed you too. So maybe you're going to meet a potential partner, like I was saying, through work or study. So that's always interesting too. Look at you. So let's get into this. Love yourself first as the advice. Right, here you go. Okay, yeah. The Six of Swords is more or less about your spirit guides. They're with you. But not only are they with you, this is about leaving a bad situation, okay? This is leaving rough waters and moving into calmer waters. This is healing. It's progress, moving on or moving forward from something, or things calming down, or calm after a storm. And go figure, here was the Tower. Now, maybe the Tower had nothing to do with the connection itself. Maybe it was to do externally. Maybe there was, unfortunately, a traumatic situation that you had to deal with, right? Maybe you heard of somebody who got in an accident, or maybe there was a death in the family or something. If so, my condolences. But basically, what you have here is that your relationship is going to move into calmer waters after a difficult period, okay? So healing, stability, and open communication are all going to come to the forefront now, and it's a positive time where the relationship can progress for sure. All right, so maybe that's what this is. Maybe some of you are just going to look at getting some counseling, or maybe just getting some input from a third party just to see what can be done here. If you're single, it can indicate a time of healing, right? Because you've come through the heartache of previous relationships, and maybe players for that matter, and you're now ready to move forward. So if you put a lot of effort into making your last relationship work to no avail, you could be feeling slightly hesitant and don't want to allow yourself to hold on. Basically, you may feel hesitant about getting into a new relationship, but you don't want to hold on, because each of these swords represents holding on to some negativity, okay? And you've come through the bad times. So now you can allow a healthy relationship to come into your life. If a previous partner was abusive in any way, okay, the card would usually signify a period of healing after you have found the strength to leave a situation. So that's quite good as well too, all right? So it's very possible even that some of you just focused on work, things were going a little rough, maybe you're already divorced if this isn't a relationship. Either or, if it is or isn't, you're moving into calmer water, which is good. What I see as the outcome for you, wow, new love. So it says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings, Taurus. Who is it? An Emperor. Okay. More fire energy, actually. This is Aries energy. So it's very possible, if this is somebody that you're already in a connection with, maybe you're going to fall in love with them all over again after the dust has settled from a blow up, okay? Because we all know that fire signs, they can easily act before thinking, especially, like, they can go off the handle very easily because they just feel that passion and that fire build up, and they can literally just lose it, right? And when I say lose it, I mean lose it. Like, they may say things they don't mean. They can get quite scary. And so it's possible that this person is going to get some control over themselves, okay? You could be dealing with an older masculine energy, somebody who's normally stable and dependable, okay? But basically, if you're single, in a love context, it could represent a romantic relationship with an older masculine energy, and it'll be somebody who really likes structure and order and logic and routine, right? They'll be a good influence on you, but romance may not be their big strong point. But this person will be practical and dependable and protective, okay? If you're interested in female partners or feminine energies, it's a sign that you need to be more open with your feelings. So maybe this is your partner, and maybe they need to just open up a little bit more with their softer side, okay? Also, it just speaks of biting a bullet and telling somebody if you do have feelings for them. If you've come through all of this and you found somebody, make it known, okay? Now, again, if it is relationship problems, they will begin to improve and stability will return to the relationship, which is great to see, okay? So if any of you have been going through whatever kind of turmoil, and this could have been external trauma, like I said, it doesn't have to be a situation. Maybe you heard about someone in the family who cheated and left or was causing issues, but regardless, stability is going to come, things are going to get better, and you got nothing to worry about, all right? It's just these cycles in life and these experiences that we go through, and whatever it is, it just teaches us to be stronger, which really sucks, but that's how strong people are made, right? Dearest you, there are times when you get lost but refuse to see your part in things. Happens to everyone. Something feels familiar but sort of off. If you're feeling confused, it's best to throw away that map you're using, which only lets you navigate based on your past experiences. That isn't what you need right now. Instead, take a deep breath and open to the truth. A desire to stay in denial means that a part of you doesn't want to be responsible for the pattern that's shown up in your life. Yes, this is the right time to wake up and start again. By the way, you will always get another chance. You have unlimited chances to start again. We love you so much. We really do. Be gentle with yourself. Love yourself first. Coming out of denial is like being temporarily blinded by super bright lights. Allow your eyes to adjust. Carry on, special one. A beautiful life awaits. Loving you so, so much. So whether that's you that needs to take a look at a situation, maybe someone's been spending too much time at work, whatever be the case, really, it's about looking at the pattern, and also if you're planning on starting again, it's about forgiveness, and maybe that's what this is speaking to, is not holding on to past wrongs. Maybe that's what it is, or maybe that's what your partner needs to do, is let go of past wrongs so that they stop bringing it up over and over again, because maybe that's what's been going on. It's like you're never allowed to move forward in a relationship because this person keeps telling you, oh yeah, well remember when you did. So I feel like with this unlimited chance, you're going to learn to love yourself first, and I feel like you're going to come out a lot more stable. And whether you're meeting somebody new or whether this is a connection that's going to heal and you're going to start cooperating, maybe you're going to come out of hiding and start talking to each other if you've been locking yourself in separate rooms, whatever be the case. Now's a good time, okay? Things are going to come back around, and don't worry, because I just feel this sense of there was some kind of serious shakeup here. Maybe it just came out of the blue. Maybe somebody just had a mood swing, but there was an off day here, something went down, and I feel like it's going to be okay. All right, Taurians, that's what I got for you. Sending you so much love. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.